Hi, I'm Davidson.
And this is the Village Green!
The Bruins may be out of the race for the Stanley Cup, but Falmouth has more hockey to offer. The Falmouth Ice Arena is going up fast, and here's Lisa Asendorf with a tour of the construction.
Hi folks, I'm Paul Moore from Falmouth Youth Hockey, and I'm at the site of the new Falmouth Ice Arena. I'm out at the corner of Thomas B. Landers Road and Technology Park, and as you can see, we're doing the fundraising. We've had a great year of fundraising. The week before Christmas, we raised another $555,000 in anonymous donations. I'd like to show you the rink and show you what's been going on the last 22 weeks. So let's go inside and see what's going on. I'd like to start by showing you our foam insulated panel that we chose to put on the outside of the rink. We did a lot of value engineering with energy efficiency, and thanks to See a Car Plus, we came up with this system. We think it's going to be one of the most energy efficient rinks in the country, and part of that is going to be because of this wall panel we put in. I'm standing at the drop-off area at the front of the rink. What we have planned out here is a nice little drop-off area where the parents will be able to come in, drop off the players, and then go off to the parking. I'm standing in the middle of the lobby. One of the most important things that we felt was important was that we had a large area for the customers to hang out in. Over my right shoulder is the concession stand where they'll be able to sit down in the area where there'll be a gas fireplace, viewing screens, flat screen TVs, and the ability to view out to the half sheet, so you'll be able to enjoy yourself, have a cup of coffee, and watch a game going on in a warm environment. Let's go take a look at a couple of locker rooms. We're in one of the bigger locker rooms in the ice arena, and the exciting part about this space would be we'll put stalls along all the walls, so each player will have their own each individual stall. So it's a nice space, it's a good size space. And the locker room we're standing in right now will be the future girls varsity locker room. Behind me is the half sheet. Probably one of the biggest questions I get, and the most common question is, why a half sheet? Well, USA Hockey has developed what they call the ADM model, which is the American Development Model, and it's really how kids learn and how we are going to teach them in the future. And what they want is they want kids in small areas, small area groups, small area games, and playing cross ice. The thing I could equate it to is Little League Baseball doesn't play on a major league field for obvious reasons. That's the way USA Hockey's going. We're going to the small areas where kids are getting more challenged and there's less area to move, so it develops your skill. Standing on the platform of the viewing stands, what's unique about this is the dashboards will start right here at the viewing stands and go up from there. We'll have some stairs here that will go up. Let's go to the top of the viewing stands and we'll take a look down to see what it looks like. The viewing stands is probably going to be one of the most exciting places in the new arena. As you can see behind me, the sight lines are excellent. There's not a part of the rink you can't see, and it's up at a nice angle, and you're really on top of the ice. If you look over to my left, we put in a couple windows, so you'll be able to stand up at the top of the viewing stands and overlook the half sheet. The seating will be right on top of the concrete here. Might be tough to envision, but there'll be an 8-inch seat here, plastic wrap, going the whole length of the viewing stands. I'd like to thank the community. You've been unbelievable to us. The town of Falmouth, the planning board, the ZBA, the selectmen, the Cape Cod Commission, every step of the way. Anyone that put their fingerprint on this did nothing but help us. And this has been a tremendous legacy that's been handed off to us at Falmouth Youth Hockey. Joel Irving, key player in this deal, wouldn't have happened without him. But our job is to carry on this legacy for the future of this community, and we can pass something off to the next generation of kids that was given to us.
Since the tragic death of Trayvon Martin, many people around the country have come to show their support for the family and the cause of equality. Here's Ty Marie at one such gathering in Hyannis.
It's nearly freezing here in Hyannis, where, like many places, a rally has been set up for Trayvon Martin.
It's a call for justice, and the call is to have the police chief fired.
Right.
Let's make no mistake.
Give me the same respect I give you.
I decided to come today because, honestly, I feel like justice should be served, and my heart is completely broken for that boy's family.
This isn't a white issue, or a brown issue, or a yellow issue. This is a human being issue.
Give me the same respect I give you.
The story about Trayvon is breaking my heart, like a lot of other people in the country.
I can walk into my neighborhood with my hoodie on. I do that. But should I be scared of losing around that corner? I should not. It shouldn't matter who you are. Give me the same respect I give you.
It is important that we pray for children. I have a child in school, 26 years old. Pray for our children. We are losing our children too early. This was not meant to be so, and we have to unite. We have to change the laws in this country. We have to unite together. We have to stand up together. We have to believe together. We have to rally together.
You stand, you rally, you gather, you do what you have to do. You fight for your rights.
Give me the same respect I give you.
I don't understand how drug dealers go to jail for years and a murderer is out walking free when he killed an innocent 17-year-old kid.
I'm just coming to be with other people who are here in solidarity across the country with Trayvon's parents.
For FCTV News, I'm Ty Marie.
Falmouth is full of musicians and artists, and here's one of them, Helen Kaler, to discuss her artwork with Marilyn Rowland.
Hi, I'm Helen Kaler. I am a landscape painter and fiber artist, and I'm here in my studio. I had gone to Mass College of Art when I was in my mid-40s, and at the time we were encouraged to paint using not using a medium to thin the paint. Because of safety reasons, we were encouraged to just use the paint straight out of the tube or mix with a little linseed oil. So consequently, I used a lot of thick paint in my paintings. This one I may have even done with a palette knife. There's a lot of texture. If you touch it, you can feel the roughness of the paint. It sticks out. And I painted this way for a while, and I never really loved the way the paint looked. I had a hard time when it was thin. I didn't like the way it looked on the canvas. When it was thick, it seemed too gooey. So I kind of had a love-hate relationship with oil painting until I did learn how to paint with the Lost Wax medium. I work with my landscape paintings. In the last 2 years, I've been using a particular way of working with the oil paint. I paint on linen, which I cover with a dark gesso. A lot of painters know that canvas is gessoed. Not many of them use a very dark gesso, and a photograph that I use for reference. This is one I started a while back. It's a photograph of cedar trees in a marsh in Brewster, and it's mostly done. I'm just sort of working on some of the dark areas here to sort of define the cedar trees a little bit more. This is a soft focus painting. I use oil paint and a wax medium. It's a cold wax medium. It's kind of like the texture of peanut butter. And it has a luminescent quality, sort of satiny look to it. And I'll just work on an area here. I think I want a little bit more dark in this area, sort of trying to define this tree here. This side seems fairly well developed, and I've been working on this side more in a sort of the way this goes is putting in a little bit of a dark, use black, but I mix it with different colors. So this is kind of a dark greeny bluey black here for the shadows, and put in a fair amount of that. And pick up a brush. I use these really cheap brushes that you can get at Walmart. They're painter's brushes, but they have just the right amount of stiffness. And I'm going to sort of scumble in this dark area right here, so that it doesn't look like the edges are too sharp. My palette, I use a very limited palette. A couple of different yellows, 2 reds, 2 blues, white, black, and I mix all the colors that I'm using here in this painting. I do like using a very simple subject matter because I want to put more of the emphasis on the color and the composition. So I'm not putting in a lot of detail. It's kind of more about the mood and the atmosphere and the color.
If you have comments, questions, or any segments you'd like to see on the Village Green, find us on Facebook or just shoot us an email at falmouthvillagegreen@gmail.com. Until next time, we'll see you on the green. See you on the green!